with Honorable Raila Odinga. We are not here to discuss the personality of
Thank you, sir.
Honorable Raila Odinga.
Mr. Speaker, I'm guided.
Thank you.
As I was saying in conclusion, the issue of winner takes it all in our election has been a thorn in the flesh, and if this dialogue is going to address this issue once and for all, I support the creation of the official opposition so that we can keep Raila, so that we can keep the election loser, Mr. Speaker, so that we can keep the election loser legitimate and accountable and busy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Oburu.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand to support this motion. And Mr. Speaker, I support it because talking, dialogue is always the way to go. And this is not only in Kenya, it is all over the world. And Mr. Speaker, those who are saying that there has been negotiations every election in Kenya, maybe were born yesterday. But I can tell them that since independence, which is more than 60 years, there have been always elections every 5 years, and I don't think there was a dialogue every 5 years. There was only dialogue when there was a problem. The dialogue only comes, Mr. Speaker, when there is a problem, and those who also don't know, it is through those dialogues that we have a new constitution. This constitution which you are saying you support came because of dialogue. And it is because of those negotiations and so on. Mr. Speaker, this new constitution, even some of the leadership of this country were opposing the new constitution. And they were opposing the new constitution, Mr. Speaker, because they said this constitution was good, but there were some provisions in the constitution which they didn't like.
Oburu,
Mr. Speaker, it is
what is the point of order, Senator Gloria?
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. I think just as Senator Nyamu has been brought back to the topic of discussion, I think Senator Oburu should be brought back to the topic of discussion. Today we are talking about national dialogue. And I think if he continues with that line of talking about some of us who were born yesterday, today, we know that he's the youth representative, but we also are not talking about who's the youth representative and who's older than who. Let him stick to the national dialogue conversation.
Senator Oburu, as you ooze with your wisdom, kindly do not belittle the ones who are younger. Kindly proceed to make...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm just saying that there were people who opposed it because there were some few things which needed to be corrected, and this national dialogue is giving them an opportunity to correct what they did not want in this constitution. Mr. Speaker, I don't see how that is relevant because Madam Oroba, Senator Oroba, opposed this dialogue, and she was saying, I support it, but everything she said was opposing it. When you want to oppose, just oppose. And when you want to support, just support. Yes, there is no shame in supporting or opposing. So Mr. Speaker, I don't want to continue much more. I support this dialogue.
Senator Mgatana. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to make a brief contribution on this matter. Mr. Speaker, those of